next chapter would be on examination of a witness. So this will take me sekejap je. Okay. Okay, breaking news ya. Okay, so Najib gagal timbulkan keraguan munasabah. Okay, so didapati bersalah Okay, beyond reasonable of doubt managed to prove the prosecution managed to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. Okay, against Najib lah. Okay, for once allegation, there are multiple number of allegations. Okay, cause of action. Okay, so one cause of action they managed to prove the case beyond reasonable of doubt. Okay, this is a very important point we're going to discuss for next week class. What on earth is beyond reasonable of doubt? So just came out. I think few minutes ago. Pasukan pembelaan Najib gagal timbulkan keraguan munasabah. So yang like siapa? Muzaffar. Yang komen siapa? Lecturer orang. Okay. Hormati keputusan mahkamah. Okay. Itu dia. Okay, so hormati keputusan mahkamah. So take note, we're going to discuss what is di luar keraguan munasabah next week. Okay, so many evidence point of view we can learn from this particular case alone lah. Okay, so maybe next coming semester, I think I ask the student next batch lah, bukan you. Okay, to do a case review about this case. Okay, okay, case review like what you have done. Okay, everybody okay? Silent je. 32 orang je, lain mana? Bukan ada 45 orang kelas aku. Okay. First question of the day. Who can be a witness under our evidence act? When we talk about examination process of witness, so we must know who is a witness. I think ini semua dah tahu dah. Yang section 118 tu kan, everybody can be a witness as long that person can come to the court, give testimony, understand the question given and give answer to it, then okay lah, there's no age limit. Even children also can come to the court. Even children, kita dah ajarkan corroboration itu. There's no age limit macam ngundi semua ada age limit, yang ini tak ada. Okay, so basically who is competent, everybody can come to court as long as that person is competent. Just want to share with you about section 119, selalu 118 je, 119 lah. 119 is about, it's a dumb witness. Dumb witness is what? It's not saksi bodoh. We call it a saksi bisu. Okay, dumb. Why do you use the word dumb? Dumb also synonym, tak tahu. Mute, okay. Okay, unable to speak. Okay, may give his or her evidence in other manner which can make it intelligible. Okay, so kalau orang tu tak boleh bercakap, maknanya dia boleh datang ke mahkamah bagi testimony given by delivered by any modes, any possible modes lah. Okay, yeah, like sign language, etc., etc. Okay. So when we talk about examination process of witness, I think everybody come across this word. Okay, we have a 3 stage. One is the examination process in chief. Another one is cross-examination, and the last one will be re-examination process. So examination chief, dalam bahasa Melayu apa? Pemeriksaan utama. Okay, cross-examination, pemeriksaan balas, and re-examination process, pemeriksaan semula lah. Okay, so which one come first? Which one come later? So I think I already arranged accordingly lah. Examination in chief come first lah. Okay. So we're going to discuss this one by one today. And after examination in chief will be cross-examination. After cross-examination, then the last one will be re-examination. Re-examination cannot be the first. Okay, you want to re-examine mean what? Re mean re. Okay. Okay, retaking the midterm test again. Re means doing again. It means that you have taken, but you have to redo again. Okay. So re normally come at the end. Okay, tu dia. So you examine first. After you examine first, then the other party have right to make a cross-examination. Okay, then the party who call the witness have right to re-examine again. So this is the order lah how we going to examine the witness. Why we need to examine witness? Anybody know kenapa kita perlu examine a witness in court? Kenapa kita tak boleh dengar je apa dia cakap? Kita accept whatever being told by a witness in court. Kenapa?
To show consistency.
Consistency. Okay. Any more? Reason?
To verify his statement.
Correct. To verify the statement given. Any more?
To reaffirm
the statement. Okay, correct. Okay. Any more?
To show his credibility.
To show that the witness is credible, not a haprak one. Okay. Okay. Any more? Ada lagi? Habis dah. To know whether a witness really a witness or not, a real witness or not, most important. Remember, a witness is testimony given must be given by a direct witness, right? Direct witness mean witness who receive the information through 5 senses. Last semester, section 60 tu, ingat tak? 5 senses ya. Mata, hidung, telinga, apa lagi? Touch, okay. Kulit and taste, mulut. Okay, so to make sure whether a witness is a real witness, okay, not a second-hand witness or hearsay witness. Those who not receive the information through 5 senses. Okay, itu paling penting sekali. So when you talk about examination process witness, you refer to section 137. Okay, it's deal about examination in chief, cross-examination, and re-examination. They combine all these three under one heading lah. So our law only recognize these three process of examination of witness. So other country, they introduce after re-examination, re-cross-examination process. I'm not sure which country, I think US, some state, okay. So after examination chief, there's a cross-examination, and then re-examination, then re-cross-examination. In that country lah. In our country, no lah, only 3 ni saja. So kita ikut statute lah. Kalau you buat re-cross juga, maknanya you are against the statute. You're against the law lah. Salah di sisi undang-undang. Okay, and this 137 highlight these three process. You read together with 138. Okay, later on. The examination of a witness by the party who call him shall be as an examination chief lah. Okay, pemeriksaan seseorang saksi oleh pihak yang memanggilnya hendaklah disebut sebagai disebut pemeriksaan utamanya. Orang yang panggil saksi tu maknanya saksi milik di council tu lah. Okay, maknanya dia punya saksi. Tu dia. Mana he will be given the opportunity to examine dia punya witness sendiri. Okay. Peluang itu diberikan kepada dia. Ini subsection 1 lah. Subsection 2, the examination of witness by an adverse party shall be called as a cross-examination. Okay. Adverse party means pihak lawan lah. Dia ada parti ya. Okay. Kita dah panggil saksi kita. Lepas tu pihak lawan ada hak untuk cross-examine. Adverse witness. Okay. So ini kita panggil dalam bahasa Melayu dia pemeriksaan balas. Okay. And the third one, where a witness has been cross-examined and is then examined by the party who call him, such examination is called as re-examination. Jika seseorang saksi telah diperiksa balas dan kemudiannya diperiksa oleh pihak yang telah memanggilnya, maka pemeriksaan ini tidak disebut sebagai pemeriksaan semulanya. Okay, so betul lah. Maknanya orang tu dah examination chief, then after re-examination, the one who called the witness have a right to re-examine it again. Okay, itu dia. As I said, 137 you read together with 138. 138 is basically about what? It's talk about the order, the sequence. Okay, which one you should be the first? The examination process of a witness. Okay, so susunan pemeriksaan. So apa susunan dia? Yang pertama sekali, examination in chief lah. If the adverse party so desire, tu tak ada paksaan, okay, terpulang kepada pihak lawan, dia boleh buat cross-examine. And if the calling party so desire also, can re-examine. So, yang penting adalah examination chief lah. Yang lain tu so desire. Terpulang, tak wajib. Tapi ada efek dia kalau tak nak buat pemeriksaan balas ni. Okay, ada efek dia. Saksi-saksi hendaklah mula-mula diperiksa utamanya, kemudian pula diperiksa balas jika dikendaki sedemikian oleh pihak lawan. Kemudiannya pula diperiksa semula jika dikendaki sedemikian oleh pihak yang telah memanggil mereka. So, jika dikendaki, itu dia. The examination and cross-examination must relate to relevant facts lah. But the cross-examination need not be confined to facts to which the witness testify on the examination chief. Pemeriksaan dan pemeriksaan balas mestilah berhubung dengan fakta relevan. Section 5, read together. Okay. Kalau tak tanya soalan pun tak relevan, baik, tak payah. Okay. Tetapi pemeriksaan balas tidak perlu dihadkan kepada fakta-fakta yang telah diberikan oleh keterangan oleh saksi itu. So dia boleh tanya beyond the scope lah what being asked during the cross-examination. So okay, there's no need for this adverse party, pihak lawan untuk ikut apa soalan, apa topik yang telah di-cover oleh pihak yang memanggil witness tu. Dia boleh go beyond the scope, okay, of the question needed. As long it is still relevant lah, tak boleh lah jauh sangat melalut. Okay, relevancy tu still ada. Okay. So tak boleh jauh sangat, dekat-dekat. Tapi tak perlu ikut sangatlah. Okay. Okay, tak perlu copy paste. Okay, soalan yang sama daripada pihak yang memanggil saksi tu. Dia boleh modify sikit. Okey. Memang kerja dia lah. Okey. Kerja yang pihak memanggil tu untuk membuktikan bahawa saksi ni berada di pihaknya. Pihak lawan pula memang tugas dia untuk membuktikan bahawa saksi tu walaupun tugasnya untuk membantu pihak yang memanggil tu, tapi saksi ni tak boleh pakai. Okay, so whatever being said by the saksi should not be entertained by the court. Tu memang tugas masing-masing lah. Defend, prosecution, defend for the concern. Itu dia. Tugas masing. The re-examination shall be directed to the explanation of matter referred to in cross-examination. And if new matter is by permission of the court introduced in re-examination, the adverse party may further cross-examine upon the matter. So pemeriksaan semula anda diarahkan kepada penghuraian perkara-perkara yang telah disebut sebagai pemeriksaan balas. Dia tak boleh go beyond the scope. Okay? Macam tadi cross-examination dia boleh go beyond the scope apa yang dibincangkan bawah examination chief. Tapi kalau re-examination in chief ni dia tak boleh go beyond the scope lah. Okay, what being asked during the cross-examination. Tapi boleh, tapi kena minta kebenaran daripada pihak mahkamah. Okay, boleh kalau nak go beyond. Tapi kalau dia tanya soalan baru, okay, re-examination ni, maknanya pihak lagi satu ada right lah untuk cross-examine balik sebab you membangkitkan benda baru. Okay, so kalau ada benda isu baru, you tak bangkitkan awal-awal, you bangkitkan kemudian, so pihak lagi satu ada hak untuk scrutinize apa benda yang baru tu. Okay, itu dia. It can happen. So I hope you understand this. Okay, kita tak panggil dia re-cross-examination lah. Some country call it re-cross-examination. This can be regarded as re-cross-examination. Tapi in the statute is mentioned is as a cross-examination matter. Okay, so it's still a cross-examination, not a re-cross-examination. Okay. The court may, in all cases, permit a witness to be recalled either for further examination chief or for further cross-examination, and if it is so, the parties have the right of further cross-examination and re-examination respectively. Mahkamah boleh dalam segala hal membenarkan seorang saksi dipanggil semula, sama ada untuk pemeriksaan utama selanjutnya atau untuk pemeriksaan balas selanjutnya. Dan jika mahkamah membenarkan sedemikian, pihak kena adalah berhak untuk memeriksa balas selanjutnya dan memeriksa semula selanjutnya sebagaimana yang berkenaan lah. Okay. Permit a witness to be recalled either for further examination. So mahkamah ada kuasa lah budi bicara untuk panggil balik saksi tu untuk kita buat examine in chief balik ke atau cross examination sekali. Okay. So budi bicara hakim. So kita kena bincang one by one. So far ada apa-apa soalan ke?
Tak ada, Doktor.
Semua clear? Semua faham sequence? Examination chief, cross examination, re-examination. Examination chief tu siapa? Examination maksudnya orang yang memanggil saksi tu. Okay. Then cross examination pihak lawan. Re-examination tu siapa pula? Orang yang panggil saksi tu balik lah. Okay. 3 proses. Okay, kita pergi one by one. Examination in chief, pemeriksaan utama. How to cross-examine the tape recorder. You can see the photo. Okay. So you cannot cross-examine the tape recorder lah. Okay, tape recorder is not a normal witness. It's a documentary evidence. Okay. So you can authenticate aja. You tak boleh cross-examination. Okay. So how to authenticate a witness is by examination witness process lah. Okay, how to authenticate a documentary evidence?
Calling the maker.
Primary evidence and secondary evidence. The best evidence rule dictate. Okay, yes. So I hope you faham macam mana authenticate a documentary evidence, macam mana nak authenticate a witness. So authenticate a documentary evidence, kita belajar dulu kan. Primary, secondary, best evidence dictate, etc. How to authenticate a witness? By undergoing this process lah. Okay. Examination in chief process, cross examination and examination in chief. Okay, so examination in chief, also called in some country as a direct examination, is a questioning of a witness by the party who call him or her in the trial in the court of law. So direct examination is usually performed to obtain evidence to support a fact which will satisfy a required element of a party claims or a defense lah. Okay. So the party who call the witness have the right to do this examination in chief. The purpose of the examination in chief to establish a case lah, which in favor, okay, to establish favorable case on part of the okay. Of the party who called the witness in the first place. Okay. As provided under subsection 2 of 138, the examination in chief must relate to the relevant facts. There are certain rules relating to question which can be put a witness during this examination in chief lah. Okay, you can refer to section 142, 144, 154, 155, 156, 157 and 159 of the Act. So tak semua soalan bertanya, kena soalan yang paling penting sekali kena relevant to the fact of the case lah. And soalan-soalan tu tak boleh soalan yang memalukan witness lah. Okay, yang tak ada, okay, yang betul-betul yang very hard to say lah, very subjective. How to know whether it's menghina atau tak? Okay. So jangan terlalu offensive lah, jangan jangan terlalu provocative, jangan terlalu hostile towards your own witness. Okay. And basically, when you do examination chief, there are two things. Okay, can happen. You cannot ask a leading question. Soalan yang berbentuk memimpin. And kadang-kadang you punya witness, okay, turn up to be your enemy. Okay, it can happen. Okay, mula-mula panggil dulu, okay, nak ingat hasrat nak membantu, tapi bagi testimoni pula macam nak menghancurkan kes. Okay, so in that situation, they become a hostile witness lah. Okay, so what we going to do if our witness berpaling tadah? Okay, apa kita? Okay, so we going to discuss this one by one lah. Apa itu leading question? Apa itu hostile witness? Leading question is soalan memimpin. Apa soalan memimpin? Contoh soalan memimpin. You were at Duffy Bar on the night of July 15, weren't you? Okay, it's as if you are trying to ask a witness a question, yes or no, type of question. It's like an objective test lah. Okay, you were at this place at this time at this date. Okay, were you? Okay, so the witness have no choice except to answer yes or no. But the same question put in non-leading way. Where were you on the night of July 15? So this is very subjective in nature. So you are for examination in chief, you are not permitted to ask a leading question. No, you're only allowed to ask a non-leading question. It is to avoid you to become is the reason why is to avoid you to become to avoid any conflict of interest between you and your own witness, because it is your own witness. Okay, so whatever your witness says might be favorable to you. So all parties in court would like to ask would like to listen in detail what being explained by this witness. Okay, that's why we need to have a subjective question, okay, answer, instead of having an objective question. Okay, leading question is only permitted to be asked for cross-examination, okay, but not for examination in chief. Okay, because it's to avoid any conflict of interest between the lawyer and the witness being called by the lawyer. Okay, so that would be the logic lah. So I hope you understand between the leading and non-leading question. For examination in chief, you only permitted to ask a leading question. You tak boleh tanya non-leading question. Okay. Boleh sebenarnya tanya non-leading question ni. Tapi kalau you punya witness become hostile. Tadi hostile kan? Berpaling tadah. Kalau you punya witness dah melalut dah tu dalam mahkamah, okay, you can see your witness going to spoil your case. So you can ask permission from the court to ask non-leading question. Leading question directly. Itu situasi dia. So far ada apa-apa soalan tak?
Tak ada, doktor.
Semua okey ke? Abdul Had okey?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So leading question may often be answerable with yes or no, objective, while non-leading question are very open-ended, subjective in nature. Okay, so during examination in chief, tak boleh tanya soalan leading lah, unless if your witness become hostile. Okay, for leading question is permitted for this cross-examination process. So as I've said, a hostile witness is a witness in trial who testify for the opposing party, or a witness who offer adverse testimony lah, maklumat yang memudaratkan, okay, to the party who call the witness. So a party examine a hostile witness may question a witness as if it is in cross-examination process. Ya? So kita masih lagi dekat examination chief kan? Kalau tengah examination chief tu, it appear that the answer is not favorable to you, and not only not favorable but very damaging to you. Okay, your own witness, okay, tak tahu dah. Your own witness, okay, betray you. Okay, okay, you are permitted to use a leading question. Boleh tanya soalan objektif tadi. Awak ada kat situ ke tak? Yes or no? Itu je. Direct. Okay. You refer kepada section 154 on this point lah. Okay. The question whether a witness is hostile is for the judge to determine lah. Okay. Provide that the 154 provide that the court may, in its discretion, permit the person who called the witness to put any question to him which might be put in cross-examination by the party. Okay. Itu dia. So boleh tanya soalan yang berbentuk leading question. Okay. Direct to the point. Terus. Okay. So we finish examination chief. Kita move to cross-examination process. Okay. Pemeriksaan balas. How to pemeriksaan balas? Tape recorder cannot. This is a documentary evidence. Okay. Authenticate primary or secondary evidence. Okay. In law, cross-examination is the interrogation of a witness called by one opponent lah. Mana pihak lawan. So normally dalam chief examination kita tak boleh tanya soalan leading kan. Okay, tapi dalam ni selalunya soalan leading akan ditanya lah. Okay. So memang tugas dia untuk menspoilkan segala testimoni yang telah diberi oleh witness tadi during examination in chief process. Itu dia. The main purpose of cross-examination is to get favorable facts from the witness or to impeach the credibility of the witness, to lessen the weight of unfavorable testimony, and most important, to weaken the evidential value of the witness testimony. Okay, so many of you to destroy whatever being said during examination in chief process tadi. Okay, the rule relating to cross-examination you will refer kepada section 138, 139, 140, 143, 145, 146, 147. Okay, after that, and 148 until 152 protect witness from against any improper cross examinations lah. Improper means macam too provocative, okay, too hostile, nothing to do with the case, not relevant at all. Okay, with the case, that would be one of the example. Accusing witness of being biased without evidence, that would be one of the example. Okay, I just want to bring you a case again by almarhum, Datuk Faizal Tan Bicik. Okay, in the case of PP against Wong Yi Sang, 1990, 1 MLJ 187. He stated that what is the aim of cross-examination? Okay, he said that the function of a cross-examination is to eliminate or reduce the danger that a false conclusion will be reached. Okay, he referred to a book written by Wigmore, whereby Wigmore declared that cross-examination is beyond doubt is the greatest engine ever been created to discover the truth. Okay, why greatest engine? Because you are not being sympathetic. You don't have any conflict of interest with witness. Okay, the duty of the adverse party is to examine in detail. Okay, whether the witness telling the truth or not. Okay, that's why it's being called as the greatest engine compared to examination in chief and re-examination, because examination in chief and re-examination is being done by the party who call the witness themselves. Okay, this one is being examined by the other party, the party who don't have any interest with the witness. So that's why the value is higher lah compared to the other two process. Okay, so I agree with almarhum lah, Datuk Faizal Tan Bicik, agree with what he said. Question, what will happen if the party fail to cross-examine the witness? Kalau gagal untuk cross-examine, dia examine chief, lepas tu dia ada party, senyap je. Pihak lawan senyap je. Prosecution senyap je. Apa akan berlaku? Anybody know the answer? Silence means, itu dia.
Acquiescence.
Apa dia?
Silence means to acquiescence.
Acquiescence, okay. Okay, so silence means you agreed whatever being said by the witness during the examination in chief process. Silence means you agreed. Okay, you condone. Okay, whatever being said. You don't have means that you are satisfied lah. Okay, with whatever being delivered by the witness during the examination in chief process. Ingat lagi tak kes ni? Masa kita bincang dulu masa sebelum PKP dulu tu. Masa gelap. Aduh, set saja. Hang pula. Alahai. Ada apa-apa soalan selama sementara kita menunggu komputer ni untuk kembali berjalan? Hai, seksanya hidup aku. Hai, dalam kelas projektor buat hal. Okey, online lecture pula yang ini problem. Memang tak ada medium yang betul-betul boleh 100% satisfactory. Ada je problem. Terpaksa upload balik. La 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 la. Hai, buka satu-satu slide pula tu. Hai. Asal slow sangat main tram ni? Apa? Tak payah lesen ke apa? Semua okey ke? Buat masa ni?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okey. Okey.
So, okay.
Okay, what will happen if the party fail to cross examination? Ingat lagi tak kes ni? Nana Segaran against Paraja Singham against PP 907 3MLJ 111. So ingat kan, dia sebab apa yang CBT tu, yang bawa lawyer tu kan, been charged for CBT, criminal breach of trust, right? Okay, among the evidence standard would be the bank account statement. And as I said, how to prove, how to identify a bank account statement, computer-generated documents is by either producing a certificate perakuan or we call a witness lah. Okay. So according to section 90A subsection 2, capital A subsection 2 said that you must bring a certificate, right? Perakuan. But in this case, the party didn't bring a certificate. Instead, they bring a witness, a bank officer, to prove the authenticity of the bank account book. Okay. So the other party didn't say, prosecution side, they didn't, defense counsel just keep silent saja. So until they lose their case lah. Dah kalah case barulah tersedar. Okay. Tak tahu yang kes apa Datuk Seri Najib tadi dah kalah kan. Okay, so selalu kalau dah kalah baru mental tu gerak, defense counsel lah. Baru gerak baru dah nak tegi appeal. But on appeal level dalam kes ni court kata apa? You are not allowed to do this. Okay, this appeal with regard to the mode of evidence standard, right? You are too late. Okay, you should object to the mode of authentication process during the high court level. Okay, which you fail to do. You just keep silent. If you are not happy with tendering of a certificate, then you should, by calling a witness, you should raise the issue during the high court level. But you just keep silent. So silence means you agreed lah whatever being done by the parties. Okay, tu dia. So that will be the effect lah. If you don't cross-examine, if you fail to cross-examine, mean that you agreed whatever being done by the other sides. Okay. Then the last part will be re-examination, pemeriksaan semula. So re-examination is the party who call the witness lah. The idea of having a re-examination process is to repair all the damage done during the cross-examination process. So soalan-soalan yang telah merosakkan, okay, witness, testimony witness you masa cross-examination tu by adverse party can be repair balik dalam re-examination. Kalau boleh repair lah. Kalau tak boleh repair, apa nak buat? Okay. Itulah dia. So kalau you tak nak re-examine, apa efek dia? Sama jugalah kalau you tak nak cross-examine. Maknanya you agree apa yang cross-examination process buat tadi tu. So terpulang pada you. Kan tadi yang section 137 kata if so desire. So tak ada paksaan, tak wajib. Okay, terpulang pada anda. Nak atau tak nak. Okay. Itulah dia. Boleh tak you bincang benda-benda baru? Selalunya tak boleh. Okay, you kena bincang benda yang telah ditanya masa daripada examination chief, cross examination process itu. You tak boleh bawa benda-benda baru. Okay, boleh. Tapi kena minta permission dari mahkamah lah. And I said jadi, 137, 138 said that, kalau you nak bawa benda baru masa re-examination ni, dia ada parti pihak lawan tu pun boleh cross examine balik. Okay, sebab you bawa benda baru. So kena bagi dia peluang juga untuk re-examine. Cross examine. Okay, what being said by you, if there's new matters lah being put forward by you. But before you ask a new matter, you need to ask leave from the court lah. Leave, okay, permission from the court. Last issue for this topic, can we impeach the witness? I think semua orang pernah dengar perkataan impeach kan? Apa impeach the president of the United States? Apa impeach mean? Apa tu? Apa impeach? Syami tahu tak apa impeach? Syami, senyap je.
Hello? To injure the credibility of witness.
More detail. I tanya impeach je. Okay, impeach means apa? To injure. Okay, to destroy, to get rid of. Okay, to kick entirely the witness. Okay, so our expectation is for our witness to help. Okay, our expectation is that when we bring our own witness is to help us to bear out our case. But in some situation, our witness turn out to be a very hopeless one. Okay, so in that situation, if our witness is too dangerous, okay, too very risky for us to keep, okay, our own witness, we can ask the court, okay, persuade the court to impeach the witness. Okay, impeach means the witness no longer acceptable lah. Okay, in court, okay, whatever being said by the witness, okay, should be removed away from the note of the proceeding of the court. It means that we entirely expunge the witness from the court. Okay, move away. Okay, buang terus witness tu. You refer kepada section 155 ya. So 155 talk about impeachment credit of witness, mencabar kepercayaan saksi. Okay, the credit of witness may be impeached in the following situation by the adverse party, okay, with the consent of the court and by the party who call him. Okay, may be impeached by the following ways by the adverse party. Pihak lawan pun boleh impeach, by pihak yang memanggil saksi tu pun boleh, tapi kena minta permission lah, consent, izin daripada mahkamah. Okay, apa situasi dia? By evidence of a person who testify that from their knowledge of the witness believe him to be unworthy of credit, dengan keterangan yang diberikan oleh orang-orang yang menyatakan bahawa mengikut pengetahuan mereka, neraka, okay, mengenai saksi itu, mereka percaya saksi itu tidak boleh dipercayai. Maknanya saksi ni memang saksi auta banyak lah, menipu. Memang very bad record lah. Turn up. Okay, mula-mula panggil dia tak tahu. Later on baru tahu. Okay, itu dia. Or whatever testimony is very doubtful ke, shaky ke, inconsistent ke. Okay, mula-mula cakap lain, lepas tu cakap lain. Memang dah melalut lah ni. Maknanya kena, ini one of the reason lah. Ataupun yang ni paling teruk sekali ni SPRM lah. Apa proof of bribe, ada rasuah. Okay. Dulu mula-mula datang court pakai slipper Jepun je. Okey. Lama-lama kelamaan slipper Jepun jadi slipper kasut Prada. So suspicious. Okey, yang mahal-mahal tu. Mana dapat kasut ni RM1,000 ni. Dulu awak miskinnya ada suspicious, ada elemen of. Okey, bribe you boleh mencabar. Tapi kena buktikanlah bahawa saksi tu telah disogok. Jangan you pakai agak je. Okey, saya agak dia disaksi. Tak boleh lah. Kena buktikan. Okey, you tunjuk pada mahkamah. Okey, ini bukti dia. Orang sogok atau penerima apa-apa sogokkan rasuah. Okay. By proof of a formal statement is inconsistent with the party or evidence which is liable to be contradicted, dengan membuktikan bahawa penyataan dahulu adalah tak konsisten dengan mana-mana bahagian keterangannya yang boleh tadi. Maknanya apa dia cakap tu macam tak konsisten, macam teruk sangat. Okay. Dulu cakap kejadian tu berlaku waktu malam, tiba-tiba yang ini pula cakap testimoni berlaku siang. Yang ini waktu subuh, yang ini waktu asar, yang ini waktu maghrib. Main satu yang betul. Okay. There must be a serious inconsistency. Kalau yang kecil-kecil tu tak apalah. kejadian itu berlaku pada 12 tengah hari. Tiba-tiba pula next testimony berkata kejadian itu berlaku pada pukul 11 tengah pagi. 11 tengah pagi, 12 tengah hari, bolehlah dekat-dekat. Tak jauh sangat. You refer pada kes Muthuswamy against PPA 1948 MLJ, it's mentioned that kalau nak prove inconsistency tu, it must be a serious big kind of inconsistency, not a minor kind of inconsistency, contradiction. Itu maksud dalam kes Muthuswamy against PP ni. Baru boleh impeach witness tu, baru boleh singkir dia daripada mahkamah. Kalau kecil-kecil tu tak apa, yang besar-besar tu je, yang serius tu. Apa besar, apa kecil, very subjektif lah, terpulang pada hakim untuk menentukannya. Itulah dia. With that, we finish our 5th chapter. So insyaAllah next week standard and burden of proof lah. So insyaAllah next week will be our last meeting. So no more this phase lah. Ada apa-apa soalan? Azhan Azhan? Sabar.
Sir,
Ya.
saya nak tanya biasanya impeachment ni last resort kan?
Last resort lah.
Kan dia ada refreshing tu kan? Refreshing buat time bila cross ataupun examination in chief?
Refreshing?
Refreshing of memory. Contohnya kalau star witness dia seorang tu je, tapi seorang tu dah menunjukkan macam inconsistency, hostility, dia tak nak lah terus impeach sebab nanti susah nak bawa kes kan. So macam mana nak refresh memory dia bawah 159 tu dekat examination in chief ke, re-examination ke, cross-examination?
Refreshing the memory so most of the time you want to impeach, you can only remember the failure. Impeach. Refreshing of memory. This is one. Sekejap So three distinct evidentiary concept you need to keep straight. Refreshing witness present memory, using a witness past correction record, and impeaching a witness testimony. For refreshing a witness memory, people sometimes forget under pressure in courtroom, if a witness say he can't remember. So a lawyer is permitted to show her something to the witness to refresh the testimony lah. She can testify from the memory. The memory have been refreshed. It can be done should be done at the early stage lah. Examination, examination in chief process, so that the other party can allow to cross-examine Wafi.
Okay, sir.
Doctor.
Yes, next question.
Just to add on, this question has been asked to Sir Ravinico last week. About that. Sir Ravinico said that refreshing memory can be made at any stage, but not at re-examine.
Can any stage?
Yes, but not at re-examine.
No, I mean because re-examine because you try to examine. But if you ask me, I would prefer it to be done at the early stage lah, so that there would be a consistency of deducing evidence from a witness. Meaning means examination in chief process lah, so that the other party can cross-examine them.
Alright.
Re-examine is logic lah, because you want to re-examine what if something is not there. So it should be done at an early stage. Any more question?
Doktor?
Yes.
Kalau bila hostile witness kan boleh tanya non-leading leading question kan doktor?
Yes.
So bila dia jadi hostile kena tunggu judge judge decide dia adalah hostile witness baru buat leading question ke, atau macam bila prosecution rasa macam tu terus boleh buat leading question?
Again, apa tadi, macam apa?
Kan court tentukan dulu kan dia tu hostile witness ke tak kan. So kena court determine dulu baru tanya leading question ke kita as prosecution ni boleh terus tanya leading question tu?
Kalau adverse party tu memang boleh terus lah. Tapi kalau the party who call the witness kena minta permission dulu. Okay. And the court will determine whether your witness is truly hostile or not.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Dia bergantung whose party is, whose witness it belong to. So, siapa yang tanya soalan tu, I mean. Is it the adverse party or the lawyer who call the witness? Okay, kalau adverse parties mean that it's their right lah to ask a leading question. Okay, kalau the lawyer who call the witness, then he need to seek permission from the court. It's mentioned right, ada tadi tu section tu. Is it okay, Suhaili?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Any more question?
Sir?
Yep.
Nak tanya, usually during cross-examination, kita akan tahu ke the opposite party tu nak tanya apa dekat kita punya witness?
During apa? Cross-examination? Dia ada party what? No.
Kita akan dapat tahu tak apa yang question yang dia nak tanya kepada witness kita?
Not the exact question lah, but you're going to give a picture over what area they're going to cover, ask question upon. Not the exact question.
Okay.
Okay. Tu topik dia. Apa area yang you akan touch, okay, from your question. That one we usually know.
Alright, sir. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Any more question? And giving evidence.
Doktor, time cross examination ke ataupun examination, time tu boleh adduce evidence ke atau memang solely boleh tanya question je?
Actually masa you tanya evidence tu dah produce evidence. The object of this process is to find evidence. So it's come together actually.
Oh, I see. Faham kan? Okay.
2 in 1. Any more question?
Saya nak tanya.
Yep.
Yang like cross examination macam dalam cerita US selalu tu sama ke dengan Malaysia? Tak kan?
Cross examination dalam sistem US tu. Apa-apa jurisdiction tu memang takkan sama lah, sebab dorang punya matters they can ask, they cannot ask. Okay. Kita ada evidence act, right? Okay, kita ikut bawa our evidence act lah.
So yang dalam
general principle is sama. Okay, meaning that the object of cross examination is to destroy, okay, whatever being delivered during the examination in chief process. Okay, the objective is the same. Okay, the scope, the area, what kind of question they can ask, there would be slight difference lah between them and us.
Thank you, sir.
You're most welcome. Any more questions?
Saya nak tanya boleh ke kalau contohnya the prosecution has its own witnesses kan? Lepas tu dia boleh jadi ke the prosecution dengan defense punya witness orang yang sama, boleh ke? Tak?
Tak pernah berlaku dalam sejarah lagi. Tak pernah berlaku.
Kiranya kalau
because it would be conflicting lah. It does not make any sense. Okay. So the problem is, okay, the testimony given by this witness was sharing by these two person. What this testimony is going to be favorable to whom actually? So at the end of the day, kalau you panggil yang sama juga, okay, the statement being given by the witness going to bring advantage to whom? Is it for prosecution or the defense? Okay, at the end of the day.
So defense rasa dia maksudnya walaupun dia prosecution punya witness tapi dia ada like ada something favourable for defence, so dalam cross examination tu lah yang dia boleh like.
Tapi walaupun itu saksi you kan, okay, sebenarnya people are sharing things in court, okay. Without they realizing it, macam you walaupun itu saksi you, okay, supposed to be unfavorable with you, tapi masa cross examination you boleh destroy, okay, whatever being said during the examination chief. So by destroying whatever testimony, you punya witness tu automatic akan beralih arah kepada pihak lagi satu tu tau. So in other word, it's already sharing a witness. Okay. It's not only extend to witness, all piece of evidence also. You submit a documentary evidence, okay, supposed to help you, but suddenly the other party side said the evidence is not so convincing, it's not trustworthy, okay, it's spoiled. So it's your evidence. At the end of the day, that evidence also can become your evidence by way of what? By creating a doubt over the evidence. Nampak tak, sister?
Nampak.
So if you can share, not in realistic way, okay, but philosophically, okay, everybody is sharing things in court, okay, in terms of evidence. Okay, your evidence can become my evidence if I'm able to create doubt on it. Okay, this one. But of course, you not say that lah. Okay, in court. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Any more question? Oh, 12 something. Imran, okay, Imran, where are you? Silent ya? Sharif, okay, Sharif? Tak ada juga. Dayana, okay, Dayana?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Alia, okay? Alia Zahiruddin?
Okay, sir.
Abdul Had, okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Filza, okay? Filza Hindud? Filza, tak ada. Kausa ada, Kausa?
Ada, sir. Okay.
Okay. Faiz Ashraf, okay? Siapa ni? Okay. Faiz, okay? Fauzan, okay, Fauzan?
Ada, okay, sir.
Fauzan, okay ya? Fakhrul Razi, okay? Fakhrul Razi? Senyap je. Alah. Komputer ni asyik kacau lah. Okay, I show what's wrong with the computer, okay? So tak ada, kita move next slide dah. Take home test okay, 45, assignment 15, tutorial assessment 10, take home test 30. Okay. Okay, midterm test 45 markah assignment 15 So KLB1, thank you very much, 100% submission of midterm test and assignment. Thank you. Thank you, Syafi.
Alright.
KLB2, 100 submission of the midterm test, 99% assignment. Tolong inform Syami Hadri boleh tak? Dia tak hantar assignment.
Oh, okay.
Dia seorang je. Last semester pun tak hantar, semester ni pun. Tak tahu. Okay, so tolong ingat yang lain, siapa yang rapat dengan Hadri ada sini ke? Oh, KLB2 lupa. Okay. So itulah dia. So kita tengok je midterm test sebelum kita berundur diri. Sekejap aja. State the means how a documentary evidence may be authenticated and why authentication process of a documentary evidence is very important. 15 markah. State the means how. So basically you must explain about section 3, 61, 66 and 104 illustration B lah. It's talk about authentication process of documentary evidence. Primary evidence, secondary evidence, the best evidence rule, okay, all that things lah. And cases, okay, Allied Bank is leading case, Lucas William, okay. That would be about it. And why authentication process of documentary evidence is very important? Why? To avoid the document from becoming Wafi?
Documentary hearsay.
Documentary?
Hearsay.
Hearsay. Okay, so last semester punya cases banyak tu kan. Petal, Allied Bank, Tan Siok Hang, etc. So that will be part A. Ada apa-apa soalan ke pasal part A ni?
Tak ada.
Semua clear? B. Ahmad in a land ownership dispute with Abu adduced in evidence an issue document of title he alleged was passed down from his grandfather to his father, who in turn passed it over to him. The document is yellowish, kuning-kuningan. Though in good condition, it must be delicately handled, as the document is fairly worn out and is very fragile. Determine whether document may be construed as authentic and be admitted as a piece of evidence. 5 mark. It's possible to construe as evidence, but under what heading? It can become a normal document, 61 to 65, but since it's yellowish, fragile, we can assume that this document must be very old. So, ancient document also possible, section 90, right? Okay, itulah dia.
Yes.
So, you must explain about the 3 requirements, okay? 20 years old, proper custody, free from suspicion. Okay, Commissioner mesti Melaka must be there lah in your answer script, ya? Itulah dia. Masuk Panacahaya, Trikambai, Icabai, Sia Development yang berhad, all these things, Syafiqul Nisa against Syaban Ali. Okay. This is presumption of facts, not presumption of law. Read together with section 4, subsection 1. Okay, itu dia. Anybody would like to ask question B? Ada? Semua okay B?
Sir.
Okay. Ya.
Boleh je kan cakap dia tak fulfill 20 years old sebab yellowish tu macam subjektif sangat lah.
Yes, boleh. Boleh, Wafi. Asalkan you cakap pasal ancient document cukup lah. Okay, the outcome is up to you, Wafi. Okay. Asalkan tak ada siapa cakap ini computer generated document. Because computer generated document jarang yellowish. Tak pernah jumpa ke yellowish. Possible, but very far away lah. Janganlah pergi jauh-jauh sangat. Okay. Don't be too creative lah, okay? Because yellowish, fragile means something which is old lah, okay? Something which is ancient. So what we have so far covered is ancient, old, it would be section 90 lah, okay? Ancient as well, 20 years old document, So 20 years must be there, okay? So this would be B lah. C. Ali enter into a written agreement with Rahim for a lease of a shop for 11 years. A terms, okay, in written lease prohibited the tenant from staying on the premises. However, before the agreement was signed, the landlord gave an oral assurance allowing Rahim to stay on the premises. The landlord now seek to eject the tenants from breach of the covenant, prohibiting the tenants from living on the premises. Consider whether and on what ground Rahim can adduce parallel evidence to show the existence of the oral agreement. 5 marks. So this is about parallel evidence rule. Okay, spelling make sure P-A-R-O-L, no E. Someone wrote E there, I noticed. Okay, no idea why. Section 91 until 99. Okay, what type of, is it possible for them to bring oral assurance? Yes, there's a possibility. So which proviso is it? Anybody know?
Proviso B.
Yes.
Collateral warranty.
Dah bagi word kan? Okay, oral assurance. Proviso B talk about assurance like guarantee, warranty. Yes. Okay, if you sign this contract, I will give you something in return. Okay, so kes apa tu? Ya tak, Syami, kes apa tu? Tan Sui Ho and Tan Chung Motor. It will be a leading case lah. And ada requirement right under Proviso B tu kan? The more formal the document, less likely the court will allow you to use Proviso B. Less formal, the more likely the court will allow you to use Proviso B. Okay, Keluang Wood product. Okay, there will be a case against Hong Leong Finance. D. On March 2020, Aidil applied for declaration in Seremban High Court that his brother, who had gone for further study in Cairo, Egypt in 2012, be presumed dead, so that his property will be left in Seremban can be properly distributed among the relatives lah. Advise Aidil, who has written you as a solicitor. 5 marks. Ini apa? Presumption of what? Death lah kan? 108. Read together with section 4, presumption. Presumption of what? Law lah. Rebuttable presumption of law. Rebut. Okay, this is subsection 2. Okay, Osman bin Bacik. Okay, kena prove apa? Not less than 7 years. Gone consistently. Okay, you have done the religious search. Okay, there's no communication being made with the missing person. All these things you must mention. And not to forget limitation also you must explain lah about mutu tabi jai nagi tu kan. Okay, you cannot use the presumption in case of absconded. If someone is absconded, okay, absconding from you. So you cannot use. And you cannot use this presumption to prove the exact time of death. Ada apa soalan semua okay? D? Semua okay ke? Okay ya?
Okay, doktor.
Okay, doktor.
Yang E tu pula ada 4 isu. Okay, mi goreng, tom yum and laksa. Lapar tak masa jawab soalan ni? Ha?
Lapar saya tergugat.
Tergugat Nasib baik aku tak bagi bulan puasa itu. Okay. Mi goreng, tom yum dan laksa. Okay. Habis nak tahu apa Karipak, kuih koci dan apa? Apa badak guling? Apa badak guling? Okay. Tak apalah, mi goreng, tom yum and laksa. I jointly charged for robbing a bank in Jalan Ipoh, KL lah. At trial, prosecution called the following witness. The prosecution, okay, called the witness. Number 1, Rahmah, 60 years old lady with wearing a thick glasses, who said that she saw all the 3 suspects, okay, running out from a bank or from a big bags, with 2 big bags. So 60 tahun dia pakai thick glasses. So indication of eye kan, mata. Okay, so ni is apa? Identification and evidence of witness. Kena ada corroboration as a matter of practice lah. Turnbull guideline. Okay, itu dia. And not to forget section 118 also you mentioned. Okay, witness are relevant. Okay, as long as that person is competent, can be called as a witness. So it's up to you lah whether this person is competent or not. Sometimes wearing a thick glasses also, if a person can see clearly, then it's no harm. Okay. Tu Number 2, evidence of nakal. A 9-year-old boy. Okay, who will say that he clearly saw one of the suspect running away immediately after robbing a bank with 2 huge bags. A 9-year-old boy. This one is what? Testimony of a children. Can be sworn, can be unsworn. Up to you. Kalau unsworn, 133 capital A, right? Matter of law. Kalau sworn will be matter of practice. Kes apa tu? Muhammad Terang. PP against Muhammad Terang bin Hamid and Aziz bin Muhammad Din. Okay, Muharram against Hansen. Muharram Hansen against PP. Okay, Chow Chong. Okay, why we need this corroboration? Okay, for children, whether unsworn or sworn, because children cannot differentiate between reality and fantasy. Okay, reality and fantasy. And number 3, Tom Yum, who decide to be prosecution witness, who will confirm that he participate in the alleged robbery together with mi goreng and laksa. Okay, so Tom Yum, who is Tom Yum? Is rakan-rakan sejenayah. Right, so it's accomplice lah, as Syami said. It's a 133 read together with 114 illustration B lah. So corroboration required as a matter of practice. Daud bin Awang, Davis against DPP. Okay. And last point would be the first information report lodged by the bank manager on duty to support the bank manager own testimony in court. So bank manager being called to testify, he want to support with his testimony with his own testimony. Okay, can he do so? Yes, can. Under section berapa? Section berapa? Alamak, semua hilang. Section berapa? Ingat tak Imran?
157 sir.
Correct. 157. Okay. Kita ada 2 school of thought, right? Okay. One school of thought said this 157 indicate a real corroboration. Another 2 school said that it's not a corroboration lah. So what is the evidential value of this section 157 is to show consistency of the statement. Okay, panjang jawapan dia. Itu dia. Dalam kes Tom Yum tadi tu, I lupa inform kita ada satu kes tak tahu you masuk tak dalam jawapan tu. PP against Nomizam Apandi bin Abu Hassan 2008 1MLJ. It's a good case. Sama ada corroboration is needed or not depend on degree of the involvement of the accomplice. Kalau accomplice tu terlalu rapat sangat, so maknanya kena ada corroboration lah. Kalau tak rapat sangat, dia baru 2-3 hari involve dalam gang tu, maknanya the court can simply ignore the corroboration evidence. So bergantung pada degree of involvement of the accomplice. Okay, PP again, Norizam Apandi bin Abu Hassan. Itu dia. Tak apalah, tak payah salin kan, benda ni record kan. Okay, tak payah salin, you boleh refer balik. Okay, tengok. Okay, so we finish that. Sorry ya, lama sikit sebab nak bincang banyak benda. Alah, dia buat perangai pula. Hai, Syami.
Yes.
Macam mana, Syami? Aku fed up lah benda-benda ni. Hai. Kalau online, ini problem. Kalau dalam kelas lah, projector lah, itulah, inilah. Virus lah. Ada je nak kena upload lagi sekali ke?
Start kan doktor?
Ha?
Start
balik? Menyusahkan je orang. Aduh. Sorry lah korang terpaksa tunggu Patut. Kesian lagi aku kena jawab. Kecil lah. Hai, dah tahun 2020 pun kita punya sistem masih lagi 1920. Tak boleh ke aku hidup dalam dunia macam Star Wars tu? Semua dah high tech. Macam nak move lah. Macam mana nak terus je? Dah lah 64 slide aku buat. Okay, so Najib gagal membuktikan timbulkan apa keraguan Okay, so take judicial notice semua. That would be number 1 lah. Apakah pendapat doktor mengenai kes Datuk Seri Najib? Tak tahu. Nanti adalah tu yang tanya. Okay. Kena tanya judge lah. Okay. You ask me for what? Nanti kan contempt of court pula. Saya tak berpuas hati habis. So kita kena hormati keputusan mahkamah.
Sir. Biasanya berapa lama kes tu kalau dah decide dia masuk dalam jurnal, berapa lama orang reportkan dia masuk dalam jurnal?
That's a very good question. Okay. I pun tak tahulah, dia macam tak ada precise date yang ditentukan. Kadang-kadang cepat, seminggu 2, paling lama pun 2 minggu lah. Tapi kadang-kadang 6 bulan pun ada. Dia susah nak, dia bergantung kepada kepantasan mereka-mereka yang bekerja di mahkamah tu. It's supposed to be, ada dia punya syarat tu. Kalau industrial court tu, dia dalam masa 14 days dah kena ada. Sebab you banyak benda you kena buat. You nak appeal lagi you semua, you kena tengok. Okay, cepat-cepat. So within 14 days lah. Sebab syarat appeal tu is 14 days. So dia ada parti kena ada right lah nak tengok dia punya full judgment dulu. Dia nak appeal lagi based on what? Takkan lepas 14 days. Lepas 14 days means dah you already waive your right. Okay. So kalau industrial court tu dah ada dah civil pun ada. Within patut dah publish online, bukan journal Journal tu lain isu. Dia online tu sebab everything nowadays online, so they can make it immediately, suppose. Okay, suppose online journal tu memang lama sikit lah, tapi kalau online tu memang cannot go beyond 14 days. Ini exam semalam dah pergi kan, meeting dengan Dr. Zida, semua dah clear kan, apa kena buat kan. Okay, yesterday, so kita punya final exam evidence 2, 19 and 20 so far tak ada ubah apa-apa lagi, so question answer will be done through Goals lah So Dr. Azida inform yesterday kalau ada case masalah apa-apa ke, tak ada online ke apa, maknanya boleh exemption lah, boleh hantar WhatsApp. Okay. So tak perlu strictly follow goal dalam kes-kes emergency saja you kena justify lah apa yang berlaku. So bill telekom saya tak bayar. Okay. Tak ada line dekat Langkawi je. Okay, tak ada line dekat Sabah. Okay. So kena justify baru you hantar WhatsApp kat I. Okay, itulah dia. Apa semalam Dr. Azida said because I join tak sempat itu sebab hujan semalam, kilat, tak berani buka komputer. Kena jawab macam mana? Nak jawab type ke tulis tangan? Syami?
Boleh dua-dua, doktor.
Oh, type boleh, tulis tangan boleh
Yang type tu atas budi bicara lecturer juga.
Apa?
Type pula. Yang tulis tangan tu atas budi bicara lecturer.
So korang suka type ke tulis tangan?
Type.
Type rasanya.
Type Wafi type ke tulis tangan, Wafi?
Saya cenderung kepada untuk menaip.
Oh, cenderung kepada menaip. Imran, you nak type ke tulis tangan, Imran?
Mungkin type kot.
Type mungkin. Okay. So mandangkan tak ada compulsory, so I think boleh type kan. Type lah, kemas lah. Kalau tulis tangan nanti. So you nak hantar nanti pakai Word ke PDF nanti?
Kena PDF, doktor.
Convert PDF lepas tu baru hantar kan?
Yes, dia memang made compulsory PDF.
Wajib kan? Yang wajib tu PDF
Yes.
Macam midterm lah kan?
Yes.
Okay. So okay lah, ikutlah apa yang being said So tu lah, okay lah, type. Boleh type. I think better type lah, okay? Because tangan lagi takut tak
Kalau lambat kan, saya rasa mungkin saya akan tulis. Kalau menaip lambat, saya akan tulis tangan lah.
Yelah. Tengoklah macam mana nanti. Tengoklah macam mana nanti. Okay, so okay, please do the simulation process through the MyGo system So far tadi pagi tadi saya check, saya ada 95 student, 19 orang aja yang dah. So okay, do whatever need to be done lah. 76 lagi tak buat. Kenapa?
Doktor.
Ya.
I think because the simulation tu Dr. Azidah kata memadai hanya satu subjek sahaja.
Oh, maknanya you dah buat simulate satu subjek tu, tak perlu subjek lain lah.
Maybe the other students tu dia buat subjek contoh civil procedure, ethics ke.
Okay, mana satu subjek cukup
Yes.
Itu sebab 19 orang ni. You kena buat apa semalam simulation tu? You kena tekan butang apa? Tak faham.
Simulation tu the purpose of simulation tu hanya untuk nak test dia punya kalau ada technical system ke apa ke. So dia just nak tahu macam mana flow supaya kita dapat gambaran macam mana.
And so then, you dapat buka ke semalam Syami, you punya?
Dapat. Then right after kita dah jawab exam tu, dia ada questionnaire, dia macam ada feedback yang kita kena bagi tahu dekat SDAC macam mana.
Oh, ada soalan kat situ dia buat?
Ada.
Apa dia tanya soalan?
Contohnya dia tanya yang questionnaire dia tanya tu kalau
apa khabar hari ni?
Tak, dia tanya berapa lama masa yang diambil untuk nak load daripada satu page ke satu page.
Okay. Oh, itu soalan dia?
Yes.
Lepas tu you jawab lah kan?
Ya.
You jawab kan?
Yes. But that question is for feedback punya question.
Oh, itu. So jawapan main-main je lah?
Yes.
So jawapan tu you tulis kat mana? Dia ini kan dia punya soalan tu, ini soalan dia front page tu. Dia soalan tu kat mana? Kat bawah dia?
Tak, dekat situ. Yang dalam screen yang Dr. share ni kan ada online exam simulation tu.
Okay.
So when Dr. click that one, so dia akan keluar attempt. So kita klik, lepas tu dia ada MCQ, ada subjektif. Macam tu.
Semalam dia masuk soalan tu bawah quiz ke assignment?
That one quiz ke assignment.
Dia soalan tu yang semalam mock soalan tu dia tahu bawah quiz ke assignment?
Dia macam mana? Dia dalam satu
activity tu dia buat tu.
Saya tak sure about. I'm not sure about that.
Not sure Okay, tak apa. Sebab kat sini kita orang ada isu kan ni, nak tahu soalan tu bawah quiz ke ataupun melalui sistem assignment. So I tengok Swiss tu macam complicated sikit, banyak button tekan. Saya kata Kak Zida buat assignment lah, satu button je. Tapi tak apalah. Maknanya you all boleh access semalam boleh, semua ada lah. Maknanya nama you all semua 95 orang ada
Yes.
Okay lah. Maknanya ada, boleh nampak front page tu cover final exam tu
Yes.
Okay lah, maknanya berfungsi lah kod. Takut aku. Okay, tak apa. Kita tengok macam mana keadaan. Okay. Hi. Okay, by the way, thank you very much for your support and cooperation for the second online talk. Deeply appreciate Okay, thank you Syami so much arranging Syami. Okay. Tepuk tangan semua untuk Syami. Tak ada dalam kelas. Tak ada dalam kelas. Suhaili tepuk tangan.
Yeay.
Syami.
Okey, habis kau. Okey, baguslah Syami buat macam ni, buat macam high tech je, ada scan modern lah Syami. Next semester nak buat macam mana Syami?
Kita boleh buat dua-dua.
Yeah. Tak apalah, tengoklah macam mana. Okay, next semester. Next semester, entahlah. Nak buat tajuk apa Syami next semester?
Next semester.
Walaupun anda tidak lagi di bawah student saya, final year, tapi you masih lagi kan pembantu I.
Boleh.
So you bantu I buat ni je.
Alright, sure.
Okay, so talk tu kalau boleh yang relate dengan you topik lah macam final year lah. Kita cari topik yang final year lah. Macam Imran dia suka tanya soalan macam Vaudier tu kan. Kita buat tajuk Vaudier. Okay. Okay, kita minta tu lah. Kita jemput siapa? Mr. Ramesh. Ingat ke tak Ramesh?
Oh, ingat.
Yang last semester tu kan?
Yes.
Kita jemput dia. Okay. Dia selalu hantar WhatsApp kat saya. Very aktif dia. Bagi talk. Tak apalah, yang ni saya fikirkan nantilah. Saya talk lah. Buat masa ni kita fokus final exam dulu.
Alright.
Okay, so thank you very much for those participant Tengok gambar-gambar semua online semua ada Suhaili ada, Lokman ada
So Haili buat apa?
Suhaili tengah memikir sesuatu. Okay. Kenapa Saling? Kenapa? Limaza? Aduh itulah dia. I dengan topi I hujan pula time tu pula saya ada believe me or not, I ada 2 lagi conference So ada dua lagi. Okay, telecommunication I kena buka. Yang ini Bar Council dengan KL Bar. Kena layan 3. Okay. Kelakar betul. Very stressful. Ingatkan online ni tak stress tapi interesting lah duduk kat sini je ada 3 komputer. Okay. Okay lah, I hope you learn something from Mr. Ravi. Okay, Mr. Ravi also very enjoy using this online, but he said it's not comfortable lah. He said cannot see your punya reaction. Okay, I think because tak biasa kot. Okay, in time biasa tu. Okay lah, so I wish everybody the best of luck. Okay, kita jumpa next week, our last lecture. So I would like to take this opportunity to everybody, salam Aidil Adha. Stay safe. Okay, that's all. Okay, dah 12.30 dah. Sorry, lewat sikit. Okay, thank you.
Selamat Hari Raya, sir.
Selamat Hari Raya. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Doktor.
Take care.
Thank you, Doktor.
Class today.
Thank you, Doktor. Selamat Hari Raya.
Selamat Hari Raya.